We've traveled coast to coast to bring you the behind the scenes of the biggest award show of the year.
We're talking about the Super Bowl of the entertainment industry, the Academy Awards.
WEBN's All Access Oscar special starts now.
Welcome to WEBN's All Access Oscar Special. I'm Anaritis Rodriguez.
And I'm Kayla Harity. We've left the winter coats and cold weather behind for our Oscar gowns in California sunshine.
Someone else who left the East Coast winter for a hot Hollywood career is Henry Winkler.
And of course, we know him as the Fonz. Justine Frostad sat down with the Hollywood legend for the inside scoop on the Academy Awards. Justine?
Because Henry Winkler is a member of the Academy, he gets to vote on the winners. He gave me an all-access pass to his Oscar predictions.
I think that Annette Bening should get the Best Actress. I think that Christian Bale should win for a transformational performance.
The Social Network is another one of Winkler's favorite flicks of the year. He claimed the movie has no target audience because of how well it was written, and Winkler believes writing is the key to any great film.
Writing is the beginning and the end. If it is not on the page, it's not on the stage.
A well-written screenplay can make it easier for actors to do their job, but Winkler says it's important for actors to have formal training in order to make a good performance great.
It is up to you as a human being to make sure that you reinvent yourself so that you continue. No one is going to do that for you. The training gives you the foundation on which to stand.
Winkler described many of this year's nominated films as candid reflections of real life. Winkler said this is a pleasant change from the average modern movie, which makes love and life look easy.
When you're lying in the field and you're having a picnic and the girl puts her head on your tummy, can I tell you, after a little while it gets really heavy. And you're thinking, oh my God, will she please move? Oh, I can't, oh, I'm getting really, this is hurting. It's not like in the movies where they're lying together. It's just fantastic. You know, unless of course you like the situation where you've got abs that can like support the head for a long time. Head's heavy.
No matter if your film is a romance or a thriller, Winkler says when you're nominated for an Oscar, you want to win.
When your tush hits the seat, you want to win.
Win or lose, Winkler is inspired by many of the nominated films and performances.
When you see something that really hums, that sings off the screen, I envy the people that were part of that project.
This industry legend has been in the spotlight for over 4 decades, and he's not done yet. He will soon start acting in the new feature film, Here Comes the Boom. Back to you on the red carpet.
Thanks, Justine. The Oscars are all about the stars, the fashion, and the parties. So sometimes those who work the hardest often go unnoticed.
But we're not going to let that happen. Chad Boyle spoke with 2 of the most important people behind this year's Oscars. Chad?
This year, the moving sets and automation will take center stage. Academy President Tom Sherrick and set director Joe Celli are bringing a new theme to this year's show. It's called Glam.
The designer was looking to do something a little more glam versus glamorous. And if you think of glamorous, you think of sort of old Hollywood. Glam is a much more young take on it, and James and Ann, I think, certainly bring that to this show.
Academy President Tom Sherrick agrees that glam represents young, talented Hollywood. Sherrick and Joe Celli are also trying to incorporate more automation and high-tech computer techniques than previous Oscar ceremonies.
There's a lot more automation on our set this year than ever before. We rely on, computers and motors to drive all of our scenery out on stage, and that's not something we've used in the past, primarily because it's a live show and God forbid something were to go wrong.
What does it take to put the show together? Sherrick says Oscar producers who help put the show together need to have an idea about the Academy's goal.
For somebody that understands the Academy, who has an understanding of the history of the Academy.
Sherrick says another change in the production of this year's show is that the Oscar winners can get their plates printed right onto their Oscar. In previous years, they had to send them away. This year, they will also be showing the process on Oscar.com.
It used to be that after you won, because the statuette doesn't have a name on it, You used to bring the statuette in a couple days or a week later, and we would send it out and put on. Now you go upstairs, and we have a area where Oscar is dressed with your plate.
It's evident that no decision has been rushed in the planning of the big show. Both men have been meeting together since July. Back to you, Kayla and Anaridis.
Thanks, Chad. Anaridis, I know you're quite the foodie, so you've probably wondered what the chef would be preparing for this year's ball.
Well, that's true, but I'm not wondering anymore. That's because I got a sneak peek at this year's menu. Wolfgang Puck let me cook, he let me taste, and I must say those attending the ball will not be disappointed.
It's the Hollywood Bash of the year, so it's only fitting the food will be just as Oscar-worthy. Wolfgang Puck gave us an exclusive demo on how you can make your Oscar party your town's Hollywood hit. Puck's theme this year is seafood. The Austrian-American chef even did a take on the lobster roll, but added the LA twist and made lobster tacos.
We help you guys in Boston, so we brought in a lot of lobster, shrimps,
Yes,
mussels,
flush the money
lamb.
into the economy,
I
right?
know, I hear
We
you
need
need the
it.
money over there.
Grab your pots and heat up your stoves. Here's a look at how to make paella Wolfgang style.
Here we start with the paella. So we have a little paella pan here. We put a little oil in the pan. And then we're gonna start with a little onions. Some finely chopped onions here.
Make sure your stove's not on high. You don't want to burn it.
Well, you don't want to burn it, but you want to saute that a little bit. A little pepper for color, so it looks a little Spanish already.
If you're looking at this, it smells delicious. I wish they can smell it
Well,
through the camera.
All right, come over here and take a close up. All right, now look at that. See, now we are talking.
Beautiful colors.
A little garlic, and now a little bit of saffron. And if you want at home, you don't want to make the fish or whatever, you can throw in a little chicken, a little shrimp, a little sausage.
Make your own combination.
Make your own combination.
Now, when do you add the rice? How do
Now-
you make it nice and moist?
Okay, so now we're gonna put a little salt and pepper. If you like it spicy, a little chili flakes, and now we're gonna add the rice.
Do you need to soak this beforehand? No.
We don't soak the rice, nothing. Now, you don't need too much rice because you want to eat the shrimp also, so you don't want it to overflow. So put a little rice, maybe 1 more tablespoon here. That's fine, here. And now we're gonna put a little bit of white wine in here. So the same white wine you drink, like I like Jürgen, it's one of my favorite. You add that.
Beautiful. Now, what inspired you to create this dish this year?
Well, I always think, what can we do different and what can we do where we can serve it really hot? So we're gonna actually serve 1,600 of these little pots.
Wow, that's
was
a lot.
inspired by the Black Swan, so we have a little black casserole here. And now we're gonna add a little stock here. So you have to add stock if you have chicken stock or shrimp stock, whatever you have at home, to give it flavor. You don't want it to be with water.
And this is what actually makes the rice nice and moist.
Yeah, so now we have to put it in the oven. We're gonna stir it together a little bit. Okay. And here we have a few vegetables, some sauteed green onions, peas, some green beans, whatever you have at home, or just a little asparagus. You decide what you like the best. Maybe if you get a few tomatoes, you can throw a few tomatoes on here. It always looks nice.
And for those who are vegan or vegetarian, they can make it all vegetables.
Exactly. Natalie Portman is a vegan vegetarian, you know, so we're gonna make your one only with vegetable stock and lots of vegetables
So you
in
do
here.
cater to the population of actors that
We-
are vegetarian.
We do something for everybody.
That looks delicious.
So you can see the rice is nice and fluffy. Look at that.
The colors are beautiful.
Yeah.
Can I give it a try?
Yeah, sure. Let's first
Hey.
taste it and see if it's cooked here.
I like how you taste.
Almost
You taste with
ready,
your
yeah.
hands.
So you we put a
That's
little
delicious.
chili flake, a little spicy.
But this isn't the first time Puck has cooked this dish. The Academy got a preview of his menu weeks before the show.
It's really a last-minute thing. Even we serve 1,600 people, but we don't think in August or September what we're gonna do in February for the Oscars. We really think a month before.
And when the cooking mitts are off and the food is served, you can find Puck on the floor mingling with guests and enjoying the ball.
At 11:30, I finish, I go outside, talk to some of my friends, like Jeff Bridges and so on. You know, we have a lot of people who we know for many years. And then I sit down and open a bottle of Krug champagne, and that's it.
The food was spectacular. Even though I don't eat beef, I had to have a taste of that Kobe burger. You only get one chance to be in the kitchen with Wolfgang Puck.
I'm jealous. I wish you had saved me one of those Kobe burgers.
I'm sorry, but they were not passing out any extras.
Okay, you're off the hook. So once the show's done, it's time for us to party. Do you think we can sneak into the governor's ball?
Don't count on that, but Kate Andrews did get a behind-the-scenes look at the biggest party of the year. Kate?
Event planner Cheryl Giacchetto gave me the all-access pass to Oscar's official after-party. The ambiance and decor of this star-studded bash is not your average party.
Everyone that comes in the door to me as a VIP, as a celebrity, I don't see people as being celebrities. I see them all being guests. I think they'd like them to come in and say, oh, wow, I'm in my own place now. I'm at the governor's ball.
And what a party she's got planned. Taking her cue from iconic Hollywood clubs from the 1940s and 50s, Giacchetto's vision is a luxurious oasis for Hollywood's elite.
Our theme is what I think is our interpretation of a modern-day Macambo or Copacabana.
That's because Jeffrey Kurland, who is an Oscar-nominated costume designer and the ball's chair, wanted 3 phases of music. The night will begin with classical music, then move to swing complete with a big band, and finish off with a Latin sound.
I decided to use Old Hollywood as really the mission statement, and used Copacabana and the Macambo as the starting point to create what I think, again, is a fabulous club for the governors.
And then there's the decadent palm tree in the center of the room.
I really was inspired to create what you see behind me with this huge, massive centerpiece, and the Swarovski crystals are the trunk of our governor's ball, El Macambo palm tree.
And she hopes that everyone will enjoy the lavish affair she has mapped out.
I see everybody coming in and, you know, drinking and having a great time and eating.
After the show ends, the party begins. So after all of her hard work, Cheryl Giacchetto is looking forward to relaxing underneath that palm tree. Back to you, Kaylin Anaridis.
Thanks, Kate. This party is a getaway for celebrities who are used to the LA scene.
Stay tuned because the Hub is Going Hollywood. We'll bring you exclusive interviews with the Beantown nominees.
There's still more to come on WEBN's all-access Oscars special.
Now filming a pilot
in all different cities and then meet my challenge me, I'm a superstar, you don't live.